Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the feature race at Gulfstream Park on Saturday. It's race number 11. It's the Gulfstream Park Sprint. $150,000 is the purse. We're going 3/4 of a mile. Let's take a look at this field. The marquee name in this race is your morning line favorite. That's the number 6, Drain the Clock. Winner of the Grade 1 Woody Stevens last year. He took down a big scalp in Jackie's Warrior. He won his most recent start at Gulfstream Park. He likes to race close to the pace. Diamond Oops is no slouch as well, though, Mike. This is a multiple graded stakes winner who's good on turf and on dirt.
Yeah, it's Diamond Oops, obviously the older horse. He's been around for a long time, but he's one of those old hard hitters who feels like he always shows up. Dan, I mean, Drain the Clock. He's supposed to be. We'll see how it all plays out, but he's supposed to be one of the best sprinters in the country this year as a 4-year-old. We'll see if he can, keep his forward momentum going because he was a good 3-year-old.
Now we take a look at the time form U.S. pace projector for this race. We know that Drain the Clock likes to be forwardly placed. Francatelli, another horse that's good on turf, good on dirt, maybe slightly better on turf, does have good early speed. And I would expect this horse to show fresh speed. The question is, how long can he keep Drain the Clock occupied?
Yeah, I mean it's probably a tough situation for Francatelli because Drain the Clock is going to be to his outside and that horse is fast. But there's plenty of other horses in here who have speed, Dan. I mean, I don't know if they're all going to be going in here, but I don't see too many horses sitting this thing out early.
A horse with speed, the number 1 Gatsby, also has the ability to sit off the pace, and I'm sure Javier Castellano wouldn't mind this pace projector playing out to perfection with the 2 and the 6 scrumming up front and Gatsby sitting third. Let's watch. The number 1 Gatsby scored last time out in the Sunshine Sprint at Gulfstream Park. We're going to take a look at that race right now. Really big performance for Gatsby, who got close to the pace. No, there wasn't much closing going on, but Gatsby exploded to a 1:03 Buyer's speed figure. He was beaten 2 back by Drain the Clock, but he ran well in that race, and it just appears this horse is in career form.
Yeah, it does look like he's found a way to finally find some improvement in his most recent starts. Dan, he did run okay against Drain the Clock 2 starts back. He was never going to win that race. He could not get by Drain the Clock in the stretch. But it was a pretty good performance. He ran well last time. I'm kind of in the position, Dan, where I want to see him prove that 103 Buyer is legit. It sort of came out of nowhere, and it was a new top figure for him, new top figure for Cool Quest, who ran second, new top figure for Pudding, who ran third. I want to see this horse prove that figure is legit.
I mentioned that Francatelli might be better on turf than on dirt. That's probably because I've seen him mostly on turf, but his record on dirt's nothing to be ashamed of. 5 starts, 4 wins, 1 second, including this victory in the Rumson Stakes at Monmouth 2 starts back. And as we turn into the stretch, Francatelli, who's been part of the pace throughout, is surrounded by horses, and it appears he is in big trouble, but he shows a lot of heart and determination as the favorite to win this race. I just didn't like the horses he was beating in that field, and this is a much tougher spot.
Yeah, that's the real question surrounding Francatelli here, because maybe you're right, Dan. Maybe he's a better turf horse anyway. His record on the main track is very good, but it's not against horses like this.
Doc Amster is the number 3. This horse was claimed for $50,000 back in July. He won for 83 starts back. He was second in a starter optional last time out. It was a good performance, but he was beaten by miles ahead, and he might have to take a step forward.
Yeah, I think he is going to probably need a career best to win here. It's also, I think, at least worth pointing out, Dan, that he's just a horse who's at his absolute best when he can make the early lead in here. And if Drain the Clock is, breathing down his neck the entire way in here, it's going to be tough for him to hold on.
The 4 miles ahead has done a little bit of everything in his career. He graduated for a $12,500 tag. He won the Grade 3 Smiles Sprint last summer. He won the Claiming Crown Rapid Transit 2 starts back. And then, because he was eligible, they dropped him into this starter optional, and he got the better of Doc Amster. Let's watch Miles Ahead. Good tactical speed shown over the sloppy track. Takes control in the stretch. Will end up beating a tired Doc Amster. This horse has won half of his 20 lifetime starts because he's been brilliantly spotted.
Yeah, he has been brilliantly spotted. He's just a good horse too, Dan. Save the try in the Grade 1 at Saratoga last summer, which didn't work out. I mean, this horse just shows up and runs every single time. I wasn't, blown away by his Grade 3 win last year when he beat Diamond Dupes. That was just one of those paces that really held together. But listen, man, he shows up and he runs every time. And he's another horse. He could get a really good trip in this race.
Perfect segue for Diamond Oops, the number 6, making his 7-year-old debut. We haven't seen him since the Grade 1 Keeneland Turf Mile. The last time he raced on dirt, he was beaten as the favorite against Miles Ahead, but that was a race where Miles Ahead had a major tactical advantage. Diamond Oops did his best. Miles Ahead just got too much of a jump on him.
Yeah, they rated this horse back early in that spot, and you don't have to do that with him. But for some reason, they took him back off the pace early in that race, and then he just couldn't really gain any ground through the stretch. I still didn't think he ran poorly. The win before that in the handicap race, I didn't think he ran great that day when he beat Miles Ahead, but he did get the job done with a 96 buyer. He's just a really good horse, Dan. He's a major player in here.
And if you give him some pace, you know he's going to kick hard in the stretch. Drain the Clock, the horse to beat. Again, Grade 1 stakes winner last year. And his final start as a 3-year-old, a good performance against Gatsby. We see Drain the Clock making his first start off a summer vacation. Gatsby's collared him on the outside. And I won't argue with anyone that says, listen, if Gatsby's ever going to beat Drain the Clock, it's catching him off a layoff and they're head and head down the stretch. Drain the Clock just seems a little bit too good the last 16th of a mile.
Yeah, he was always holding Gatsby off there. I mean, he didn't beat him by a lot, but he had the advantage all through the stretch, and he was never letting that horse get by. It wasn't the most impressive win in the world, Dan, but he did what he had to do. Again, he's supposed to be a top sprinter this year, and it feels like, this is a great spot for him to get started. I guess unless Diamond Duke shows up and runs one of his really, really good races. He's perfectly drawn on the outside with speed.
Top pick time for the Gulfstream Park Sprint. Gatsby might have to be great in order to beat Drain the Clock in here. I'm hoping maybe he doesn't have to do the dirty work going after Drain the Clock, and a horse like Francatelli does. Maybe it softens it up for Gatsby, who's in career form, but Drain the Clock is simply the horse to beat. And, I'm kind of excited to see what's coming up next for him in the spring.
Yeah, I hope he runs well here and can, take that step forward into some really big races through the summer. We'll see, Dan. I have a lot of love for Diamond Dupes, and I could still bet him at the right price in this race. But I just sort of feel like this is a great spot for Drain the Clock.
And so many options down the road for Diamond Oops. Nice field for the feature race at Gulfstream Park on Saturday. You can play the card with your DRF Bets account with free formulator past performances. Good luck.